right, welcome everybody to this week's edition of Buk Talk Radio, brought to you in part by our good friends out of Woodhaven Custom Deer Calls. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday all across the good old US of A. Can't believe it's October 4th already. We got a good show for you. We're going to be talking Michigan Bucks today. Thanks for everybody that's listening to me on the Outdoor Call Radio app and following us on Facebook Live right now. So we appreciate that very much. And that live stream is always also brought to you by the fine folks at Imperial RV Center, so we have that logo up. Larry Mack was going to be on with me today, but he is in Ohio, and him and Ryan are still on a tree. So I got my friend Joe Coy from Michigan, from Wyndscent and Fourth Arrow Camera Arms, and I'm going to call him right now, and we are going to get him on here, and we're going to talk a little Michigan Bucks. How about that? Huh? You like that? I like that. All right, let's get that phone going. Turn that off there. Hit the do not disturb. There we go. And hopefully we can get Joe to answer the phone. Joe, it's Outdoors Dan. You're live on the air. You be nice. You're always nice. I'm kidding, folks. It's just going to be us tonight on the live stream because Joe is traveling. He did this in an impromptu for me, so I appreciate him doing that. How you been, man? I ain't talked to you in a little bit. Are you guys getting that cold front like what you are at the end of the week? Yeah. Yeah, I am too, buddy. It's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to that as well. What's the deer doing in Michigan right now? What are you guys seeing on camera and everything? Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. Hey, well, at least you got some rain, huh? Well, that's exciting. Well, it's Dave and Mark and everybody. Are they been out yet, or are you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's exciting. Richard, what's going on, buddy, on the East Coast? Richard said it's 82 degrees in New Jersey right now. Richard, we appreciate you and everything you do. Thank you. So, yeah, everybody's struggling right now. This weekend's going to be a game changer. I'm myself. I've got two perimeter stands, kind of isolated, Joe, and I'm going to try to sneak in there and put my bases up and my my little Fourth Arrow camera arm and get in there and try to get a Respect the Game TV segment done. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be windy here, though. It's going to be 20, 25 mile an hour wind gusts. Yeah.
I tried to get to my stand, but the deer were out so early. I was 30 yards to my stand, and I couldn't even get to my stand. And then I watched different bucks go by my stand at like 30 yards, but they were like 70 yards away from where I was. So it was kind of a crazy night. But yeah, hopefully things get moving with the cold front. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
Well, that sounds good. All right, hey, I'm trying to figure out. We're having a technical issue with the feed. I have got the eThermal in my hand. We're going to give one of these away tonight. This is the brand new device that Wyndscent's got going on. And Hank, you might want to go over to the app real quick, buddy, just in case until I get this figured out. But Joe, tell everybody about this new eThermal scent pad deal. We're going to give one of these away. This thing's awesome.
Yeah, so our new eThermal unit, it's been something we've been working on for quite a while now. Basically, instead of using like the tank system that like our Wyndscent 2.0, where it vaporizes the scent out of a tank, instead it uses scent pads. Which the cool thing about scent pads is they really kick out an odor, and with the eThermal unit, it's gonna basically, once you turn it on, it's gonna heat that scent pad up continuously. So that's the cool thing versus like the traditional way you would use scent, where you just kind of put it out once, and then once it evaporates, it's not as effective. If it's colder out, it's not going to be as effective. Whereas with the eThermal, it's going to heat that up your entire hunt, which is really cool. Very similar to some other pad heater units you might have or have seen on the market. It is electronic though, which is really cool. It's got a rechargeable battery, and then it's also remote controlled, which is another advantage. So, for example, if it's during the rut and I want to run like a doe and heat scent pad, I'll go ahead and put that unit, 20, 30 yards away or so from me. And then those pads last about 3 hours, up to 3 hours or so. So if I'm sitting there for a 5-hour sit, I'll just wait to turn it on until I think things are starting to heat up and get some more deer movement. Or what I'll do is I'll run it for, an hour, put some initial scent out there, then I can pause it with the remote and then turn it back on. So, yeah, that's the cool thing with that eThermal. Just really, once you get those scent pads heated up, they really have a good odor to them. So.
Okay, Pat in Philly wants to know, would you recommend that or using the Wyndscent 2.0 unit?
Okay, yeah, so they're very similar with what they're doing. I guess I'll kind of run you through kind of the major differences that you're going to experience. The Wyndscent 2.0, the cool thing is you're going to get a lot more longevity, both out of the battery and out of the scent cartridges.
Okay.
For example, the Wyndscent 2.0 unit, it's either going to vaporize every minute or every 3 minutes. And on the 3-minute mode, a cartridge could last you 40 hours, up to 40 hours. And the battery is going to last you up to 40 hours as well on the Wyndscent 2.0. The pads, you're talking up to 3 hours, and then the battery on the eThermal runs up to 6 hours. If it's colder, if it's really cold, like we test it in some really cold weather and in some freezers and stuff, and the battery didn't last totally 6 hours when you're running it where it's really cold, but it still works. So the biggest thing is going to be longevity. The other thing with the Wyndscent 2.0, it's a little bit cleaner. Everything's, sealed in those cartridges, whereas the pads, you're physically touching those. I personally will probably end up using the eThermal a lot for cover scents because I like the concept of it being released like constantly the entire time.
I got you.
And then I'll still use my 2.0 as my main one. I'll probably put out in front of me. But they're, like I said, they're both very similar. The biggest thing you're going to see is longevity, and then the eThermal is a little bit more potent as far as the scent, just because it's continuously going off. But at the same time, it's not going to last as long because of that.
Yeah, you said 6 hours, right?
Yeah, on the battery, and then up to 3 hours on the pad.
Okay, all right. So an afternoon or an evening or an afternoon or morning set. Just make sure they got a resealable pouch resealable pouch you can take with you to change them out and everything, folks. So,
correct. Yep.
yeah, that's good. Go ahead.
The other cool thing with the eThermal with the battery, though, too, if you are in a pinch, you're like, oh, I got to run this thing, but I forgot to charge my battery. It can also run off of a
separate power
battery pack. Yeah, like your one to charge your phone with. So
yeah, you can always do that too. So I like the idea that you say use this as a cover scent. You put your earth scent. You could hang this up behind you in the tree or put it in a ground blind, and then you could use your 2.0 as your attractant, which is nice. I've got the. It's not Sanctuary, Joe. What's the scent pad? It's Oblivion. I just grabbed. Starts with
is it
Obsession?
I'm trying to think of which one you might be talking about. It's just one of our pad ones we offer.
It's a deer scent. It's like a bedding area scent. It's like Sanctuary, but it's not called Sanctuary. So on the Wyndscent 2.0, the cartridges are Sanctuary. On this one, I didn't have time to read.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we have a couple different ones. We do also offer Sanctuary for the pads. So we'll feel like if you go on our website, a lot of the ones we have for the Wyndscent 2.0, we have basically the exact same lineup for the most part for the eThermal. We got a few coming on yet, like we're with Pure Whitetail, but we also have a few that we're working with them yet to get as far as offering those extra ones too.
Well, we love our Pure Whitetail. I'm showing everybody the White Lightning dust I just got in today. I'm super excited to use that at the end of the month. This stuff's. Have you used that yet?
I honestly haven't used it. I've seen a lot of guys use it, heard some good stuff. I just haven't had a chance to use that.
Oh, it's money. It's money. So this time of year, are you doing like we do? I mean, are you using just like I know you're using the cover scents, but are you using Sanctuary? Is that your prominent scent for the pads or in the 2.0s for your deer? Are you?
Yeah. I use a lot. I use a lot of the Sanctuary or similar to like your Conquest Evercalm, that type of thing.
Yeah. Any bedding area scent is going to be really good this time of year, folks. So you can use a premium buck if you want, but I would rather go with the Sanctuary until about 2.5 weeks from now. Then I'll start going with the prominent buck. Hey, B-Man, what's going on? Good to see you. That's a fun time. 5:12 and some change here on Buk Talk Radio. So you got you a big buck targeted up there in Michigan, Joe?
I do. Yeah, there's been one consistent one. We've had a few we just kind of come through, and I haven't really seen them again. Mm-hmm. One of them was actually a group of a couple nice bucks, but I've got one 10-point that he just keeps. I've been watching him all summer basically, so I haven't had him for a little bit. This warm weather's kind of reduced deer activity, but I'm hoping that with this cold front this weekend, hopefully he'll get on his feet, hopefully hit the food plot up. We've got another spot I might go and sit. It's kind of right next to a swamp with good bedding, and then there's a hay field out in front of me. And then beyond the hayfield's a bunch of corn. So we'll see how it goes.
Are they going to get your crops out soon, or ours are still in where we're hunting at?
Yeah, usually around here, I mean, depending upon the farmer, it can be kind of hit and miss, but sometimes it's not until early November before some of it gets out.
It's super dry here. I mean, we've had such a dry year.
Really?
Yeah, I was hoping they'd start getting them out. They're cutting all around us. I think it's just going to be a matter of time. But when the corn comes out, that's when you can really start trying to get pinpointed on those deer, because when they got all that corn to lay in, and they can be anywhere. You just never know.
Exactly.
It's just kind of crazy. All right, it's 5:14 and some change. Joe, hang on. I'm going to hit a real quick break. I'll keep this short because we only have a few more minutes with you, and then you got a big announcement you guys are going to introduce for all my saddle hunting buddies out there. You're going to stay tuned. He's got a big announcement for that. And then we got to let Joe go because he's got a prior engagement. Joe, hang on. We'll be right back, all right? All right, I told Joe to hang on. We'll see what we can do here.
OnX Hunt helps hunters be more successful in the field each season with maps of all public and private land and a fully functional GPS without service. The app, trusted by over 6 million users, has just released a bunch of new features to help you on your next hunt. New aerial imagery options like leaf off, recent imagery updated every 2 weeks with historic look back, and imagery on demand. On top of that, OnX is reinventing the trail camera market by syncing your hunt app with multiple cell camera manufacturers and helping to organize
the Ninja
your photos.
Intimidator. I love this grunt call.
Maps in Dash when driving to your next hunting location. These are just a few of the many updates OnX has for this hunting season. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call.
Everybody have a good day today.
Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
Hey, Larry Mack, what is going on over at Scott Archery, man? Social media is blowing up on these new releases. Can you tell me about the new S2 Select and Apex Core?
Yeah, we are super excited about these three releases. We'll start with the Apex Core. The Apex Core is a closed hook design where the Apex is an open hook design. It also has a finger through hole, so for extra grip. And also with the closed hook, you can leave it hung on your D-loop while you're in the tree. Second, let's go to the S2. The S2 release is a double sear release. It also comes with a forward trigger, so you get two triggers. You get a forward trigger and a rear trigger. Third, let's go to the Select. The Select is a back tension offering that has grooves in the handle to eliminate any slipping. It also comes with two moons, so you can fine-tune or adjust to get the shot to break whenever you want.
Man, that's awesome. I can't wait to get down to my Scott Archery dealer and check these out. If you want more information, folks, go check them out at scottarchery.com. All right, welcome back to Buk Talk Radio, brought to you in part by our good friends out at Woodhaven Custom Calls. Some of the best grunt calls you can get this time of year. I got the Ninja Intimidator and the Woodsman, and that new Midwest Grunter just came out. Go check them out. Scotty, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you down there. Appreciate you watching. Let's go back to the phones and talk to Joe. Joe, you still there, my friend?
I am.
Yeah, I'm kind of like running 5 things at once here, so
No problem.
I figured out what the problem was. I had the secondary sound in the wrong jack. I was like, "How long you been doing this, you idiot?" Crazy.
Man, Dan, you should know all this by now.
Yeah, after 26 years, Joe. I mean, I'll be sweeping up here somewhere before it's over. So, hey, so you guys got a big introduction or a big unveiling tomorrow?
Yes, yeah, we do. So I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow, but it'll be very soon. But I'll just tell everybody they heard it here first, because we haven't really talked about it anywhere else. So.
I love having you guys on because we always get like an announcement show, and I like that. Dave did it last time, so this is good.
Yeah. So, for all you saddle hunter guys out there that like to film, we do have something new coming out, which probably a lot of you seen from our fourth arrow camera arm side of things, our satellite arm. That arm has been like ridiculously popular. It's gone over really well. It's super compact, lightweight. It's like a triple arm that's very well stacked. The base on it is very light, very compact. It's a little bit different than some of our other bases. It's really designed kind of from the ground up for the saddle hunter. So anyway, what we're releasing here shortly is a camo version of the satellite arm. So it's actually the special fourth arrow camo. It looks really sick. Like it's really cool. So we're excited to get that out there. A lot of guys, they'll put camo tape or they'll do something on their arm to try to make it.
I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that. I do that.
And this one looks super, super sharp. So
hey, that's a great tip, by the way. And the reason I do that, folks, it's not just to help hide the arm a little bit, but a lot of times I'm self-filming for the TV show, and I've got my release on my hand, and if I got to reach over and just get if I'm out of focus, if it's soft, and I got to reach over on the aperture ring or open that iris up a little bit if I need more light or whatever, that helps me from having that release dangle and hit that camera arm and go clink. I mean, if it's taped or whatever, it's zero quiet. I mean, you don't hear anything. So I got tired of getting busted by deer doing that. That happened to me, I know, over probably 20 times in the last 20 years.
Right. Yeah. So that's the other cool thing. If you do have some camo tape, you can even put that on parts of the arm where you want that sound deadening. But that's why I've actually switched over to a thumb release, which for self-filming is actually really nice.
I've tried to use a thumb release, and I just get target panic with it. I can't get over it. I would love to go to a thumb release because you can leave it hanging on your loop.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I can move my camera side to side, or if I need to pan down or go wide or whatever. It would make my life so much. But Joe, I do it every off season. I have Larry get me a release, and it's like I sit there and I close my eyes and I try to get into it, and I get target panic, man. It just kills me.
When you use an index finger trigger release, for so many years, you kind of get into the groove and used to it. But,
it's just my brain. When you're full draw on that buck, when that pen gets settled in behind that deer's shoulder, and you just sweep your finger, you just sweep it. Sweep it good. That shot's going to go, and it just... Larry goes, you're just a puncher, man. You're a puncher.
Stop punching the trigger.
He does. He rides me about that all the time. It's hilarious. So, yeah, but no, I'm excited about that. Hey, Jason, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for watching tonight. I appreciate that. Sorry about that, B-Man. Aaron, I didn't know that. I'm sorry about that. So, all right, well, cool. So hey, you know what? I never thought about asking you that. Have you guys ever thought about making like a silent sleeve or something for them?
Yeah, so we've talked about a few things. We've kind of played around with a few different concepts. We have so many different lengths of arms.
You do
different sizes and stuff. So it's like a lot of guys just end up using some of that that camo tape just to do it themselves. So. We played around with the things, haven't really come out with anything that we really fell in love with. That's different than what's out there already.
What's that stuff that, how those swimming tubes, or not tubes, but those noodles or worms, that foam? Man, if you guys could come out with a small diameter one of those, that way you could cut it to whatever camera arm you got.
Right. That's true.
Maybe that's an idea.
Right.
I'm just spitballing, Joe. I'm just spitballing. I redneck stuff up so much, it's ridiculous. So it's fun. All right. Well, listen, I want to thank you. Thanks for. I went down to Kansas to Triple H. We got a buddy of ours that's dying, or he's. I shouldn't say that. He's really having a bad way to go with cancer, and his name's Dan, and I took a bunch of stuff down there. We're doing a hunting camp auction that people can get a hold of Donovan at Triple H and buy tickets for. There's going to be several $1,000s and stuff in this raffle. And it keeps growing every day, Joe. But I threw a Wyndscent 2.0 unit in there and some cartridges. So they told me to tell you thank you for helping out.
Oh, yeah. Great. Sounds good.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right, man?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Love being involved in that.
Whoever wins that, I told them that'll get them through the whole season, and they're going to love that unit. So, hey, Nick, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. But we got a lot of East Coast guys tonight watching us tonight. That's awesome. All right, so if someone wants information about the new saddle deal, if they want more information about the e-thermal or the Wyndscent 2.0 or any of the Fourth Arrow or Final Grip stuff, Final Rest, where can they go?
Yeah, so if they just want to go to fourtharrow.com, that page actually has links to all our different websites, whether that's Wyndscent, Final Rest, Fourth Arrow, all those brands. You can find it right there at fourtharrow.com.
All right, Joe. Thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you soon, and I'll send you an email when we get this away tonight, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. There he goes, Joe Coy. He's out the door. Super nice people, him and Mark and Dave, everybody there. They do such a great job. The good partners, the good supporters of the outdoors, and right there in Michigan. So make sure you check them out when you can. All right, just a couple things. I didn't do the Woodhaven custom calls. You make the call segment because I didn't have him for a full half hour. I'll do that next week. RTG20, I've had more people ask me about Horn Hunter packs, and the discount code is RTG Romeo Tango George 20. That'll get you 20% off if you want to order a Horn Hunter pack. That's from Respect the Game TV. Archery season's in full swing right now. Don't forget the ABCs of bow hunting. Make sure you're using full tree stand safety when you're out there. If your feet are leaving the ground, make sure you're wearing a full body safety harness, making sure you stay connected to the tree at all times. I've lost too many friends over the years from people falling in and out of stands. Make sure you're staying connected. Please do that. Annual surveys for the quail, partridge, and cottontail rabbits in Iowa is off the charts. Pheasants are up. It's going to be one of the best pheasant seasons we've ever seen. So I'll tell you more about that Saturday on the regular show. Milo Locker's got some new flavor seasonings this year. If you get a deer and you want to take your buck or doe down to the Milo Locker, they got Philly cheesesteak, cranberry wild rice, summer sausage, honey sriracha sticks, pizza burger patties, just to name a few, and they'll help you out. Hey, I want to say real quick, tonight we are on repeats on Unknown Files until January because it's hunting season. I'm going to be hunting a lot, so we'll still this. We'll still have Buk Talk Radio on at 5, and if I'm not in town, we'll have a best of. But Unknown Files will be a repeat. We had 28 shows we did this year, and we're going to recycle them. And then in January, we'll start going back into the Unknown Files. So just to give you a little programming note, okay? All right. I got that going. Anybody got any questions, any comments? What's going on? All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to, when I say goodbye to my Facebook gang, then I'm going to give everybody a minute or so to go to the app. And then I'm going to tell you how you can win one of these. Like I said, Joe and everybody over there at Wyndscent was nice enough. They're going to give us one of these units to give away tonight, and we will have that shipped directly from them to you, whoever wins that. So that's a good deal, just in time for your hunting season. For all my Iowa folks watching and listening, if you go to Archery Field and Sports, I've got a couple of Wyndscent minis and some scent cartridges down there, plus a certificate for a free deer processing to the Milo Locker. All you got to do is just go down to Mark and tell him you listen to Outdoors Dan, and he'll let you register. We're going to draw the winner for that next week, I believe, Mark and I said. Also, if you have a ute that's been out youth hunting and they were successful, you can go down to Mark's, or you can send me a picture. You can email me a picture at outdoorsdan@mac.com. It's got to be from the 2023 season, but 16 and under. We're going to give away a free shoulder mount courtesy of Jones Brothers Taxidermy for a young lad or lass this year who was successful. But you can also go down to Mark's if that's more convenient for you, and he'll get the information to me, and we'll draw the winner of that at the end of hunting season, okay? Good luck for front wheeling into the western Pennsylvania this weekend. Well, Nick, I appreciate that, man. Friday, man, it's going to be good. The high in Iowa on Friday where we're at is going to be 58 degrees, so I'm hoping that's going to get some deer moving. It's in the high 30s in the evenings, so the deer should be moving around a little bit. I'm a little bummed out about the 20-25 mile-an-hour wind, but we'll see what's going on. But hopefully Friday will work. So, all right, I'm going to say goodnight to my Facebook audience. I will see you next week on Buk Talk Radio. Buk Talk Radio is brought to you by the fine folks at Woodhaven Custom Calls, Wyndscent, Diamond D Outdoors, Flex Fletch. If you are wanting to vein it up at Flex Fletch, you can use, I got a code for you. Just text me or email me if you want to buy some veins, and I'll give you a code to use on Flex Fletch. I just bought some stuff today, actually. Sportsman's Warehouse, Pure Whitetail, and Game Hide. Thanks for everybody helping us do Buk Talk Radio. I will say goodnight to my Facebook gang. I will see you Saturday, so you guys be safe until then. So I'm going to end.